Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to beautiful, gorgeous Toronto. Do you know Toronto is beautiful? Do you know Toronto is crappy? Has the news told you that the new Toronto is beautiful and crappy at the same time? What have you gravitated towards? And that's what we're going to talk about. On this channel, we talk about everything and anything that makes us not awesome, but freaking awesome human beings. Anything less than that, not welcome. Stop listening to the news. Stop. 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 Why? Why should you stop listening to the news? Listen to this. I have stopped listening to the news. I don't listen to the news. And I'm a happier person. I'm a wiser person. I am an abundant person. My mental health is so much better. Yeah. See, when you're listening to the news, what is happening when you listen to the news? Have you ever thought about that? What do you think the news organizations are feeding you? Think about that. What are they feeding you? They're feeding you negative stuff. They're programming your mind. Yeah, they're programming your mind. Stop listening to the news. Oh, you might say, they're not programming me. I have total control of this. Do you? Let me ask you a question. Twitter was just recently bought by Elon Musk. He's releasing all these documents that Twitter, heads of Twitter, were actually feeding people who use Twitter negative stuff. Things that the Twitter head thought was important for you to consume. Think about that. The election, the things that were happening in the elections in the United States and in Canada and around the world. The organizations were actually feeding you the information that you needed to know. That's it. Think about that. They were programming. They're releasing all these documents now. Guess what? At the same time, Elon Musk fired the CEO. He fired the head lawyer there. They were making decisions for you. And these people were all on the left side. I'm not telling you about any political way of thinking, but think about what's happening here. They're programming you. Do you really need this kind of information? See? Learn to think critically for yourself. When you consume news, whether it's the newspaper, whether it's the social media, whether it's watching TV news, it is actually making you dumber. Yeah, you cannot think for yourself. You know why? Because they are programming you. These organizations are multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar organizations. They know how to program your mind. Think about that. There was a guy in Germany. He was so smart. You know what he did? He started programming people that they were the best race. And guess what happened? He almost took over the world. Think about that. That's called propaganda. This is what they're doing to you. Hitler was the name. Were they smart or dumb? Whatever you think. But guess what? He was doing that. And guess what? Today, in today's day and age, everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody is inundated with all this negative information. Do you really need this information? You think if you don't consume this information, you're going to be dumber? Do you think your life will change in any way if you don't listen to the news? Mine hasn't. It hasn't affected me at all. In fact, I'm happier. See, they're making money off of you. See, most people wake up early in the morning. First thing they do, they need to look at their cell phone. Oh, this guy did this and that guy did this. And some people will pick up the newspaper and start reading from top to bottom, everything. What do you think is happening in your mind? You're programming yourself. You're setting your day up for failure. You start thinking that way. Think about that. Why not consume good information? You have choices. We all have choices. Stop listening to the news. Think about that. Okay, listen. What news organization do you see out there? They will give you all good news, good information. How come there are none out there? You know why? Because it doesn't sell. They know majority of the people in this world are negative, because that's what they gravitate towards. It's a dopamine rush. That's what they want. They know how this thing works. They know how the mind works. People want that instant rush. See, I don't listen to the news. I don't need to know these things. If there is something I need to know, somebody will tell me, do you know this? I'll pick and choose and decide what I want to listen to. Think about that. This is how it works. See, when you stop listening to the news, you'll have a peace of mind. You will think better. You will feel better. You will sleep better. It's good for your health. So many benefits of this. Learn to think for yourself. When you're listening to the news, other organizations are programming you. They're thinking for you. People who have become very proficient at making decisions for themselves without being influenced by the opinions of others are the same people who are happier, who make a lot more money, and they're successful in life. Try it. Learn to think for yourself. Pick and choose the information that you want to consume. That's how it works. You don't need to know everything, what everybody, all the negativity in this world. It doesn't have to be like that. Think about that. If you understand this, your life will change. See, program yourself for success, for abundance, for prosperity. What do I do in the morning? Okay, forget about meditation and all that. I do all that, okay? Peace of mind gives you peace of mind. Then, breathe. Breathe, like take deep breaths. Go outside and breathe. Clear all the toxicity outside from your lungs. It's so good for you. You won't even catch COVID. Now think about this. In the news organizations, what are they talking about? This many cases, people. This new variant. This happened. Take a vaccine. That's all they talk about. But where do they ever tell you, do your breathing in? Why don't they force things like that to you? Exercise. Why don't they force that to you? Eat good food. Why don't they force that to you? Think good thoughts. Why don't they force that to you? But you say, hey, they say it. Yeah, they might say it just a little bit. But what is the negative is this much. What is being consumed? Who's consuming who? Think about that. Negative or positive? Think about that. Understand this. This is the good. This is the negative. This is how much information is out. Everywhere you go is this much. What do you think is happening? That's how it works. Your mind is dominated with negative thoughts. When your mind is dominated with negative thoughts, what do you think is happening to you? Your cells are reacting in that way. Have you ever thought of that? I'm sure you haven't. This is how it works. This is how it works. Your cells are listening to you. See? Your whole body, all these tiny, tiny cells form organs. Guess what? That organs feed on all this information that you're sending out there. Be at peace with yourself and think good thoughts and see how you feel. And go out there and consume crappy information and see how you feel. Try it. Just try it. See what happens. I am well informed, but I pick and choose my information. I don't listen to the news. Why? See, people who listen to the news are not well informed. It's an oxymoron. They don't realize this. You know why? Because people who listen to the news are being brainwashed by the person who's sending you the news. See? But people who don't listen to the news and pick and choose the information that is proper for them, they're well informed. Think about that. Because those are the people who are making decisions without being influenced by the opinions of others. This is how it works. So many benefits. And this is why I always say, stop listening to the news. It's good for your health, your mind, your body, your soul. And you won't judge people too, because you know what's right and wrong, because you are using this now. Other people are not using it for you. This is how it works, my friends. This is how it works. Changed my life, and I want that for you. Stop listening to the news. That includes your religious leaders or whoever they are. Everybody's got an opinion. Just because they're at a certain level doesn't mean they know everything. This is what I've learned in my life. This is what I've learned. Try it. Just try it and see what happens in your life. You will be such an awesome person. You'll have a smile. You'll be abundant, and you will definitely be prosperous. You'll be wealthy. Wealth will start flowing into your life. Yes? Yes. If you think I gave you value, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so we can make this world an awesome place. Yes? Yes. Live consciously with purpose in this moment and with freaking passion. So much passion that you're enlightened.